Do you hear it? That ghostly voice from the deep. A song that lures, chills, and warns. They say, if you hear it, you're already too late. Hi there. Do you believe mermaids are real? Comment, I believe, or I don't, and let's see where you stand. Thousands of years ago, when humans barely dared to sail, legends of half-human, half-fish creatures echoed across every civilization, from Greece to Japan, Africa to the Pacific. They appeared, enchanting, dangerous. What would you say if someone claimed to see one? Not just sailors, but famous explorers too. All swore they saw a creature rise from the waves, human above, fish below. Even today, blurry videos keep going viral online. So what do you think? Truth from the deep, or an illusion born of waves? So, behind those hypnotic eyes and drifting hair beneath the waves, do mermaids truly exist? Or are they illusions, born from the ocean's loneliness and our deepest fears? Centuries ago, sailors told stories of half-human beings, singing through stormy nights. Some called them saviors of the sea, others omens of death. Yet the question lingers, real or just shadows given shape? Today, we dive below the surface, following ancient legends from Greece, Japan, Africa. Each speaks of a creature, hauntingly beautiful and dangerously unknown. And now, with sharper cameras and open eyes, strange footage has begun to surface. A tail slipping into the tide, a hand flickering in the sun. Are we getting closer to the truth? Or does the ocean still keep its final secret? Truth and illusion blend like mist on the ocean. Today, we share a strange story. A Buddhist cultivator who used his third eye to witness what human eyes cannot see. If you don't believe, take it as legend, like a bedtime story from long ago. And listen with wonder, not reason. Around 23,000 years ago, in the Atlantic Ocean, a special race lived, the merfolk, masters of the sea, part human, part wave. Back then, Earth was glowing with civilization. Giants, average people, and tiny humans coexisted. A world forgotten by time. Mermaids, not just myth, but once part of our planet's lost memory. The average humans, those with bodies like ours today, once ruled over the great continents. The layout of the Earth wasn't much different than it is now. In Europe, a nation existed with science far beyond its time. And across North America, the Mars civilization was thriving, glowing like a sunrise before the storm. Meanwhile, in the oceans surrounding the continents, where white-skinned people lived, merfolk tribes had begun to flourish, living, loving, and growing beneath the waves. Some had human upper bodies and fish tails. Others were the reverse, fish heads, human legs, walking across ancient stone. A unique race of life, born of both earth and sea. Mermaids stood tall at around 2.5 meters. Their hair, soft brown like twilight. Their skin, pale gray and glowing like moonlight on the sea. Eyes deep blue, shimmering like the ocean trench. Scales covered their bodies, with fine shimmering patterns on their cheeks. They were creatures of both land and water, with both gills and lungs. Some could live on land for 2 to 3 hours. Others, with only gills, belonged entirely to the sea. They reproduced like humans, yet with a twist. A mermaid could carry life, only once in her lifetime. Males were built for strength, weighing up to 500 kilograms, like living stone. Females, gifted with mystical powers, with lifespans that stretched like the stars above. A race, both powerful and forgotten, and perhaps never truly gone. Merfolk often lived past 200 years. Some mermaid women reached over 300, living legends beneath the sea. Their food came from seaweed, currents, and sometimes great fish. Even small whales and sharks were hunted when needed. The Merkings summoned councils by the tides. Tribes would gather, exchange news of the oceans, discussing the balance of nature and the future of their kind. They worshipped a sea god. In temples built from ancient ruins of lost civilizations now sunken beneath the waves, these were sacred places. Only the king, queen, and high-level practitioners could enter, and the gates opened only during grand rituals once a year. If you've ever dreamed of mermaids or found yourself enchanted by their mysterious beauty, don't forget to drop a heart, leave a comment, and share this video with someone who still believes in magic. And of course, subscribe to our channel to see more legends, wonders, and secrets from the deep. It's not just this one merfolk tale. Almost every culture across the world, from east to west, ancient to modern times, has kept strange myths of half-human, half-fish beings, as if, wherever humans lived, mermaids were never far behind. So, where did they first appear? And what forms did they take? Let's go deeper with us. According to mythology scholars, the earliest mermaid figure emerged over 3,000 years ago, in an ancient civilization in what is now Syria. There, people worshipped a sea goddess named Atagatis, also known as Deto, a divine being with a mermaid form, the very first immortal image of this enduring legend. According to legend, Atargatis fell in love with a mortal man, but that love ended in tragedy. She accidentally caused his death, and in deep sorrow, she cast herself into the sea as an act of repentance. Yet the ocean refused to destroy such beauty. Instead, it transformed her lower half into a shimmering fishtail, while her upper body remained a breathtaking maiden. From that moment on, Atagatis became the sea goddess, ruling the waters with eternal grace. 1,000 years later, in ancient Greece, another creature emerged, the Sirens. At first, Sirens were not mermaids, but birdwomen, human forms with wings, symbols of seduction and doom. But then, the Sirens made a fatal mistake. They lost a singing contest to the Muses, goddesses of the arts. As punishment, Hera stripped their feathers, cut their wings, and banished them to sea rocks, doomed to never fly home again. Over time, they transformed from bird women into mermaids, with seductive voices and deadly stares. Their songs lured sailors into dreams, only to crash their ships on the rocks, and with the bones, they made instruments to keep singing forever. At the same time, in the East, Japanese folklore introduced another sea creature, Ningyō. Unlike the Sirens, Ningyō were not beautiful. They were described with wrinkled faces, monkey-like bodies, and a shimmering fishtail. They appeared strange, even frightening. Yet in Japanese folklore, the Ningyō were linked to immortality. It was said anyone who ate Ningyō flesh would live forever. One tale speaks of a girl named Chibuni who accidentally ate a sacred fish and lived for 800 years, but merfolk could be dangerous. When killed, they might summon storms and floods in vengeance. In ancient China, mermaids were called Jiao Ren. They appeared in texts like the classic of mountains and seas, described as sea maidens, who cried pearls and wove silk from seawater, treasures coveted by emperors. But that beauty came at a price. Many were captured as slaves, forced to serve nobility, until their sorrow turned to rage, and the ocean rose in fury. But the most fascinating theory is the tale of the Atlanteans, the ancient sea dwellers, survivors of a lost civilization beneath the waves. A legend once told by Plato over 2,300 years ago. According to him, Atlantis was a massive superpower in the Atlantic Ocean, with advanced technology and architecture beyond its time, but greed and pride led them to offend the gods, and in a single night, the shining city vanished into the sea. Yet the Atlanteans did not die. They evolved, surviving in the deep ocean, becoming a merfolk, a hidden race untouched by the modern world, where no human machine can ever reach. Just like humans, mermaids come in many forms. Some are gentle, kind, saving shipwrecked souls in storms. Others, dark, haunting, beautiful eyes, hiding dangerous intent. Some are gods of the sea, commanding awe, demanding respect, whether good or evil. Mermaids have always fascinated and unsettled us. Their beauty, their silence, draws us in, makes many wish to become one. But behind that dream lurks a digital trap. A new app emerged, letting people transform into shimmering mermaids. The images, stunning, enchanting. But what hides behind the pixels might be more dangerous than we think. If you've ever dreamed of mermaids or found yourself enchanted by their mysterious beauty, don't forget to drop a heart, leave a comment, and share this video with someone who still believes in magic. And of course, subscribe to our channel to see more legends, wonders, and secrets from the deep. With just a few taps, take a selfie, pick a fishtail, shimmering scales, flowing hair, and suddenly you appear as a mermaid, straight out of a fairy tale. It seems harmless, just a fun online trend. But behind those dazzling effects hides a dangerously clever AI trap. This app silently harvests personal data, your facial expressions, neck angles, even subtle body movements. All it takes is a short transformation clip, and you've unknowingly given away your entire facial biometric map. In the digital age, that data is as valuable as a bank password. Once extracted, your face could be used in deepfake videos, placed in disturbing, explicit, even pornographic content, circulated without your knowledge or consent. The magic may be artificial, but the danger is frighteningly real. Online, you never know what can happen. Your face alone could be placed in a crime you never committed, linked to politics or scandals you had nothing to do with. Scary, isn't it? Imagine a bad actor stealing your face, using a deepfake app to borrow money, scam others, commit crimes. That kind of damage can't be washed away with any apology. But that's not all. These transformation effects are quietly twisting young minds. When AI makes every face flawless, some start comparing themselves to their digital doubles, leading to insecurity, appearance obsession, and a craving for fake approval. People fall in love with illusions, And when they meet in real life, they break. It's not just a filter, it's a crisis of trust. No matter how innocent it looks, the Mermaid transformation app isn't harmless. If you're thinking of trying it just for fun, pause and consider the danger behind the sparkle. Don't trade real-world consequences for virtual moments of fantasy. And if you truly want to become a mermaid, you'll need serious training, like the underwater performers in real aquariums. It's a real job, and it's trending. But hold on, right now, let's dive into real footage, real photos, real evidence suggesting that mermaids might not just be myth. Throughout history, great explorers claimed to have seen them with their own eyes. Among them was Christopher Columbus. In 1493, near Haiti, he reported seeing a mermaid, though he admitted she wasn't quite as beautiful as the legends said. Though its face resembled a human, Columbus noted he'd seen similar beings along the West African coast before. Fast forward to today, a mysterious video recently shocked the internet. It shows a group of people in full hazmat suits, surrounding a strange, lifeless figure by a lake in Poland. Many believe it was a real male mermaid. The creature was placed on a stretcher, then quickly loaded into an emergency vehicle nearby. Since then, no official statement, no explanation, only silence, which makes the mystery even deeper, and the question of mermaids even more haunting. Recently, a viral clip from Kiryat Yam, Israel, stunned viewers worldwide. A young man named Cohen and his friend captured footage of what appeared to be a mermaid resting on a rock. But as soon as it noticed them, it slipped back into the sea, vanishing instantly. But this isn't the only alleged proof. One of the most famous artifacts was the Fiji mermaid, a grotesque, twisted figure with a horrifying face and strange, writhing form. It measured only 525 millimeters long, 210 millimeters high, and 212 millimeters wide. Unveiled to the public in 1842 in New York, a man calling himself Dr. Griffish swore it was 100% real. Caught by a Japanese fisherman, and to the wide-eyed crowd, the Fiji mermaid felt like a miracle, equal parts wonder and nightmare. It's not just a myth. A supposed mermaid mummy was once displayed at the British Museum of Mummies, but even more astonishing, in modern-day Japan, there exists a 300-year-old mummified mermaid, carefully preserved at Ningyō Temple in Okayama Prefecture. When the box was opened, people held their breath. Inside lay a shriveled, fragile body, about 30 centimeters long. Its upper half, a human face, teeth still intact, thin, bony hands with sharp claws, but from the waist down, a clear fish tail covered in fine scales, and next to it, an old, faded sheet of paper with just 2 trembling words written, Ningyō. If you've ever dreamed of mermaids or found yourself enchanted by their mysterious beauty, don't forget to drop a heart, leave a comment, and share this video with someone who still believes in magic. And of course, subscribe to our channel to see more legends, wonders, and secrets from the deep. Legend says that mermaid mummy was caught in a fishing net off Kochi Prefecture during Japan's Edo period over 200 years ago. No one knows where it came from, but the ancients believed keeping a mermaid in a temple would ward off disease and bring fortune. For centuries, the creature lay motionless, surrounded by incense and silence, untouched, unchallenged. It wasn't until 2022 that the mummy was scanned and its DNA analyzed in a large-scale scientific study. Professor Kato Takachi and a team of Japanese researchers sought the truth. Was this a mythical being or a man-made creation? No matter what the results say, one truth remains. That mermaid is a living symbol of the myths woven deep into the soul of Japanese culture. With all the evidence we've seen so far, the final question now belongs to you. Do mermaids truly exist? Leave a comment below. I believe, or not so sure, to share your thoughts. As for us, we believe, because if mermaids were pure fantasy, why would so many cultures, across different lands and times, describe them so vividly, so consistently, without ever meeting? Long ago, there was no internet, no global media, yet people from opposite sides of the world still told the same stories, drew the same tales, saw the same eyes. Could it be something real is hidden beneath the waves? Well, who wouldn't want to see a mermaid in real life? So up next, join us as we explore places where mermaids might exist in real life. Curious about the world's strangest job, professional mermaids? Let's dive in. And yes, the job we're talking about is being a professional mermaid. Real people, transforming into mythical beings inside giant aquariums, swimming through crystal clear waters, hair flowing, eyes smiling, even while holding their breath. A shimmering fishtail glowing like moonlight, waving at the audience, stealing hearts effortlessly, but behind the magic lies intense training. They don't just swim well, they must perform, express emotion, connect with the crowd, all while wearing a heavy tail that can weigh dozens of kilograms, holding their breath for long stretches, immersed in icy water. Originally, this aquarium didn't have mermaids at all, just professional female divers performing behind glass. But as the crowds grew, the guys threw their fins into the ring too. And voila, the mermen arrived. They may not have comic book abs, but what they lack in muscles, they make up for in humor. Flowery costumes, belly shakes, winks and waves. Their playful energy, absolutely contagious. Audiences can't help but smile. Still, being a professional mermaid or merman is no joke. No oxygen tanks allowed, just pure lung power. Everyone must train hard, pass strict certifications, and yes, they even compete to find the most dazzling star beneath the sea. As you can see, becoming a professional mermaid isn't easy. It takes strong swimming, expressive acting, and real passion beneath the waves, but the rewards, they're just as dazzling. One show can earn performers millions of dong, or even tens of millions, depending on the venue. Plus, they can land ads, brand deals, and model for top companies. Sounds amazing, right? Today, we dove into the myths, mysteries, and marvels of mermaids, legendary beings that have fascinated the world for centuries. So tell us, which parts surprised you the most? Drop a comment, share your thoughts. We'd love to hear from you. If you want to continue discovering untold mysteries, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, because the next video might change the way you see the universe.